Hello, everyone. It is August 8th, 2024, and we're quickly going to go over the radio books for July, going for New York, and of course, my future radio markets of both Tampa Bay and Orlando. So, first up, let's focus on New York. WLTW 106.7 Light FM once again goes down in the ratings, down from an 8.9 in May, 8.2 in June, to now a 7.3 in July. Going up in the ratings, and this is very important to note because this Saturday, upcoming on August 10th, WAXQ FM will be broadcasting its first New York Jets preseason game against the Washington Commanders with Bob Wischusen on the play-by-play, hopefully. Assuming, because Iron Eagle will be on the TV side of things. Classic Rock Q1043 is now up a mere second place to a 6.9. C100 WHTZ, Contemporary Hit Radio. C100 again, I'm going to say the station name because I'm excited about this news, is up from a 5.7 to a 5.9. Ratings expert Chris Huff notes that this is the highest rating share since March of 2017. Odyssey Classic Hits 101.1 WCBS FM goes down from a 5.6 to a 5.2. Media Co. Adult Contemporary R&B, well, I guess it's urban R&B, whatever we can say. 107.5 WBLS goes up from a 3.9 in May to a 4.8 in June to a 4.9 in July. Now, let's talk about Hot Adult Contemporary. Oh boy, what is going on here? WNEW New 102.7 and WKTU 103.5 FM are both even. 4.0. This is very interesting for both iHeartRadio and Odyssey. The next book may determine what goes on with these two stations, but it sounds like they're neck and neck for ratings. On the AM side of things, Red Apple Media's Conservative Talk 77 WABC rises up from a 3.3 to a 3.8. Ratings expert Chris Huff notes that there is a possibility, given that there was debate coverage between President Donald Trump and President Joe Biden, who just recently dropped out of the presidential race in July, might have been a reason why there was a ratings tick from this book. And this book dates till at least July 17th. Now, there is another theory from what Chris Huff has also noted that on July 13th, the day that President Trump was almost assassinated in Butler, Pennsylvania, there might have been a possibility that while Cousin Brucey was doing his normal Saturday night talk show, there is a possibility the night might have also ticked up the ratings until the July 17th date for which this book lasts. And it goes from the end of June, it looks like. So we're, dating it from there. So we should note that for another reason why the ratings might have ticked up. Let's get to the battle of the urban stations. Let's say hip-hop. Hot 97 WQH3 trends up from a 2.0 to a 2.2 to a 2.4. Power 105.1 WWPR down from a 2.0 to a 1.8. So there you have it. All I'm just going to say is this could be very iffy for WLTW. Is it because, again, the music sounds bland? And it could be the reason that there's not really a real adult contemporary station. It's blending in hot AC. Could be the reason why that could be the case. We don't know. Now let's see if Long Island is on here. They are. Okay, so let's just quickly talk about Long Island here. I won't get too long into this. WBAB 102.3, Long Island's classic rock, owned by Cox Media Group, maintains its sizable lead down from a 9.1 to an 8.0. New York City C100, WHTC FM up 4.9 to a 5.4. 1010 wins Odyssey News Station, dips from a 5.2 to a 5.0. Classic Rock Q1043 down from 4.9 to 4.1. Hot Adult Contemporary owned by Connoisseur Media, 97.5. Walk, WALK-FM, down from 5.6 in May, 4.5 in June, 4.0 for July. This officially marks a tie with Cox 106.1 WBLI, Long Island's number one hit music station, jumps up from a 3.2 to a 4.0. Now, this is interesting to note in terms of another ratings tie. Soft Adult Contemporary KJOY 98.3 WKJY now goes from a 4.9 to a 3.4, which will tie its sister country station 103.1 The Wolf WWWF, gaining from 3.0 to a 3.4. Now, the ratings could somewhat go up beginning this month, and I will theorize on why 103.1 The Wolf's ratings will tick up. There is a chance that 103.1 The Wolf may be doing promotional contest to try to give away tickets for the upcoming Jelly Roll concert at UBS Arena in September. There is always a chance that that could be the case. So let's just keep that as a quick note for that to be presented here. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our Nielsen ratings and see if we can quickly find the Orlando. And I think the Orlando is in day 3. So let's go to day 3. And it looks like from the headline that we are seeing, it looks like, and no surprise here, and this was a given, in Orlando, Sunny FM will still maintain its number one lead. Look at that. No surprise there. We now see a record high on 105.9 from a 10.8 in May to an 11.5 in June to an 11.8 in July. Cox Adult and R&B station 94.5 WCFB will go to 8.9 down from a 9.0. Adult Contemporary Magic 107.7 WMGF will go down from a 9.0 in May, 8.1 in June, and a 7.0 in July. Further down the dial on 105.1, Hot AC Mix 105.1, WOMX will climb from its 4.9 to a 5.2 to a 6.0 for what Huff notes its best showing since May of 2023. Okay, that's very optimistic. Cox Country 92.3, K 92.3, WWKA dips from a 5.6 to a 5.5. XL 106.7, Orlando's number one hit music station, slides from a 6.4 to a 5.7 to a 5.6 to a 5.2. Classic Rock 98.9, WMMO down from 6.1 to a 4.8. iHeartRadio Hip Hop 104.5 The Beat down from a 3.3 to a 2.9 to a 2.6. Now, we'll get into WDBO. They are up in the ratings because of all the news that's been going on recently. Rio Radio 104.1 WTKS from a 5.6 to a 4.4. Now, this is an interesting note. This is shocking in terms of FM 101.9's final rating for the alternative rock format. WQMP went up from a 1.9 to a 2.3. Wow. Who saw that one coming? That's amazing. And lastly, we transition to Tampa St. Pete. Now, again, the only reason why I count Tampa St. Petersburg is because, again, my future home county of Polk County in Florida does count for both the Tampa Bay and the Orlando radio markets. Even though, again, we do have country on WPCV FM. So we're going to get into what's going on here in Tampa St. Pete. Soft Adult Contemporary 105.5 WDUV FM slips from a 12.1 to a 10.4, owned by Cox. Beasley Country 99.5 WQYK trends up from 5.5, 6.2, 6.6. iHeartMedia's AC Mix 100.7 up 5.7 to a 6.2. Cox Adult R&B Station 101.1 to 5. WTBV up from a 5.8 to a 6.1. Chris Huff notes that this is the highest share on the frequency since March 2012. Sister station Classic Rock 107.3 The Eagle will slip down from a 6.1 to a 5.6 to a 5.4. Tampa Bay's number one hit music station 93.3 WFLC will trend up from a 2.6 to a 3.2 to a 3.4 before the frequency swap. iHeart Hip Hop 95.7 The Beat WBTP dips from a 1.6 to a 1.5. Spanish contemporary hit radio station Rumba 106.5 trends up from a 0.6 to a 0.8 to a 1.1. Again, you're not the big dogs like WDUV. They're going to keep the number one rating. I keep saying this, just like how in Orlando, and I'll mention randomly here, you're not going to take the top dog, Sunny 105.9, unless something happens with the holiday flip later this year. Only time will tell with 107.7. Lastly, let's get to Q105, Orlando's greatest hits. Tampa Bay's greatest hits on Q105. I corrected myself there. WRBQ will fall from a 4.6 to a 3.8 to a 3.2. Hot Talk 102.5 The Bone, WHPT, falls from a 5.3 to a 3.6 to a 3.0. Alright, so I guess that's where we're going to wrap up things. Alright everyone, so we'll wrap up this video. Thank you all for watching. Until the next one, please take care.